Hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday night, y'all. Welcome to Build Your Salon Business Talk. I can't, you know what? Y'all know I'm excited every Tuesday night. But this Tuesday night, of all the Tuesday nights, of all the excitement, this is exciting also because we actually have a trichologist here. Like, oh my God. Like, we have a trichologist amongst us that's going to talk to us and share with us the things that she has going on. She has so much. She has 31 years in this industry. LaRonne Quarles, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. But first, before we bring her on, guys, bring her on, you must go ahead on and share this out. Y'all know the deal. Hit that share button as fast as you can. Get your pens together. Get your paper together. Y'all know I got my paper together because we're going to be taking some notes tonight. I want y'all to be prepared. You got about 5 seconds. Hit the share button. Speaking of which, I'm going to do that too. But after that, I need you to grab a pen, I need you to grab a paper, and I need you to be ready to take notes. Along with that, I need you to interact. I need you to hit that screen. I need you to give me some hearts. If you feeling what's going on, give us the thumbs up like, yeah, girl, I agree. I got you. I can feel that. Also, comment any questions that you may have. So if we get to chit-chatting and talking and there's something that you absolutely want to know, once again, LaRonne has 31 years in the industry. Be sure to comment and ask your questions. I am your host, ElishaMonique, salon stylist coach, product development consultant, partnering with you, salon stylists and salon suite owners, to help you grow your business. I first and foremost understand where you are, to meet you where you at, to implement these strategies inside of your business so that you can build a clientele, so that you can build a team, more importantly, increase your retail revenue and build that 6 or 7 figure beauty business. I have a membership called the Salon Business Blueprint Club where you are more than welcome to join and get all the trainings and tools that you need inside of there to grow your beauty business. Now, without further ado, y'all, I know y'all been waiting. That gave you time to hit that share button. That gave you time to grab those pens. That gave you time to get your paper together. Let me go ahead on and bring on LaRonne herself because I'm not going to introduce her. Like I said, she is from South Jersey. She's from Atlantic City. And she got 31 years in the industry. She needs no introduction, guys. Here she is. Bring her on. There she is. Hi.
Hi, Miss
Hello.
Alicia. How are you?
Thank you for joining me. Go ahead on and tell the people who you are and why do you love this industry?
Well, I my name is LaRonne. My name is LaRonne Quarles. I'm originally from Atlantic City, New Jersey. I went to Atlantic County Vocational Schools here in Maysland, in New Jersey. I went to school and took the course while I was in high school. And just to be candid, I took the course because I was not that kind of student in high school who got all A's and who was on the merit roll. I almost flunked out of high school. I really had no direction, wasn't a very big social magnet. So I didn't learn with that side of my brain that a lot of people who go to all-star colleges. I was that kid that learned who had to be on top of it with their hands and needed to be in the mix of it. So when I went to beauty school, I just flourished in that space. I received all A's. I was in all the competitions, and I just really liked it because it allowed me to release my artistic side, and that's what I love about cosmetology. That I get to be an artist and an entrepreneur, make my own schedule. This is my business. So I say all that to say, as an entrepreneur, you either make your business or you break your business. That's the only other
Yes,
downside to being a hairstylist and an entrepreneur. You've got to make it. You got to get that money.
you sure do. Yes, I love it. So the creative side. Tell us a little bit about this creative. Where did this creative side come from? Like, did you always like what were you doing as a kid? Because I know myself, I had the best baby dolls on the block. When my friends came over, I'm like, girl, we can't play with my Barbie dolls because my Barbie dolls' hairs was laid. They Barbie doll hair was, was, and I was like, I can't. So tell us a little bit more about this creative side. Like, how did you experience that as growing up? What are some of the things that you notice now, looking back, that you like, that's how it developed? Me, it was always playing with dolls, and their hair had to be a certain way. They could be naked, but they had gray hair.
Right. Well, you know what? And it's funny because I know so many stylists in the industry, and from the moment they were 3 or 4 or 5 years old, they were always braiding, hair was always tight. That wasn't me. You know, I didn't really experience my gift until I got to high school, and I just kind of ran with it, and I saw that I was good at it, so I just made it work. And did everybody in the neighborhood, did mom's hair, did everybody's hair for $5. But at 16, 17, 18, you could do that. And I felt like I had it made, but I had to grow into cosmetology because high school wasn't really my thing. If it wasn't for cosmetology, I would have flunked out of school. So I grew into it. I wasn't like the one that had the best baby dolls on the block. But yeah, that wasn't me. I, stepped into the gift as it came. I stepped into it.
That's great. That's great to hear that, because we all have different journeys. So it's always interesting to see where another hairstylist journey started, how how it developed, how it came about. Some of us was born and raised in the salon. Some of us, grandmama and mama, auntie, all of them, we were salon babies. Some of us, like you mentioned, like it didn't hit you until high school years. Some of us, it actually didn't hit us until adult years when we realized that we had this gift. So that's interesting that you share that, because I'm pretty sure someone else out there can relate that, you know what, it hit me here. Like, this is when it took off for me. Like I mentioned myself, I had the greatest Barbie doll, but that didn't mean I was going to do hair for me. I just had cute Barbie dolls. Like, that was it. That wasn't in my plan. So that's interesting to see, how your creativity came about. So now we are on this long journey, 31 years as a licensed cosmetologist. Congratulations, first and foremost, for you to still be in this industry. Like, that is super, super awesome. And I know with that length of time, it comes a lot of experience, failures, mistakes, success, downfalls, awesome adventures, all of that. So I know as a journey as a stylist, it's not easy at all. Like, it's completely complicated. And when it's good, it's great. And when it's not, it's horrible. Can you share with us one of the major lessons that you have experienced, throughout your journey, which is one lesson that you like, that sticks with me every single day? Can you share that with us?
I would say, I guess I could share two, but I'll share one.
Okay,
what I could
we'll
really,
take two.
Share, because I'm not ashamed to say it, because I feel like I have done myself well. I feel like I look great. I have taken care of myself, and I'm 50, so I got a whole lot of lineage behind me to be able to do this.
All right, girl. Yeah, 50 and fabulous.
Say, yes, being in this industry this long, I am finally, I think at like 47, I was really like, oh, I get it. I get me, and I finally know what makes me tick. I say all that to say, I don't want to make this all long and drawn out. The first half of my cosmetology career, it was all about me. I got in, I developed a client base, I learned well, I worked for some good people, I learned how to handle volume, and I learned how to get people in, get them what they want. But there was no one to tell me, you need to learn customer service, you need to learn patience, you need to put people first. This second half of my cosmetology journey, it's all about the client, the customer. What can I do for you? What can I serve you? If I could just share that with anyone, just let them know, if they don't already, please always make it about the customer. Not to say you let the customers run over you, because I'm not that kind of chicken. Anybody that knows that about me. I'm not going to let you run over me. I'm going to tell you how it is.
That's not customer service now.
Right. And it's just coming from a place where now I really am at the mercy of the clients. I want to serve them. I like to listen to them. What makes you tick? What can I do for you? Because before I'd be like, nah, that hairstyle ain't going to work. The eyebrows are done. You need to change that color. You know that I'm already looking at you. As soon as you sit down, I don't already rearrange your whole
Yeah.
style. But it's more about now. I'm trying to listen more. I didn't listen enough, or you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was a talker. It was all about me. I didn't listen to the client. I interrupted him in the middle of them talking. Now I'm just like,
Take it all in. Take it
so
all in before you
I
give
just
your feedback.
yeah, I'm at 180. I just had to learn myself. So I'll just say to anyone that it's all about the customer. It's customer service, customer experience. I remember one time I listened to Doris Mosley at an event a couple years ago, and she said, "Stop telling these clients all your business. Stop telling them you just bought this car. Stop telling them you just got this house." And it just stuck with me, and I was just like, "Oh, so we not supposed to tell them all about our lives?"
Not
I,
really.
I'm thinking, yeah, that they're happy. She was like, no,
Mm-hmm.
they ain't happy for you. The first thing they're gonna do is say, nope, I'm not tipping her, and I'm not giving her this because she already got that. She's making enough money. She don't need nothing
Exactly.
because I wasn't worrying about the client. I was worrying about me and telling everyone all about me. So that's where I am. It's about the customer. It's not about us as a stylist. It's really not. We're in the service industry, and I really did not get that until late in life. And they
That's
haven't want
excellent.
to tell me that.
Yeah, no, we don't. Like we always tell, um, the part about customer service we get a lot is about doing a consultation.
Hmm.
And customer service, consultation, all that kind of go hand in hand, but it's all about how you go about it. So that's excellent that you like, you know what, let me shut up. Cuz that's basically what it was. Let me
Hmm.
shut up for a moment and let me listen. So that's
Hmm.
excellent that you mentioned that. So for anyone out there that's new, that's listening, that just can't figure out why your clients are leaving your chair, why they haven't came back, it could be because they didn't pay for you to get a new card and get a new house, and they feel like you can't get no more of their money anymore. So they're not
Hmm.
coming back because
Yeah.
like you mentioned, it's not about you as the stylist. It's more about the customer and
Hmm.
the experience that you provide. I love the fact that you touched on that customer experience that you are providing. Now that does not mean let's clean this up a little bit, right? Because I know people like, what you mean I can't talk about nothing I going on? You can talk about yourself, especially if you attended a class, you learned a new technique, you're going to a new show to bring back some new tools, to bring back some new hair care products or things like that. If you watch the YouTube video, learn something different, like as far as your customer service, that's what you can talk about because that's something that's going to be useful to the guest that's in your chair because she's like, okay, she's knowledgeable, she knows her stuff, I'm gonna keep coming back. But like you mentioned, you just bought all these new cars and new houses and all this new, and she like, you just keep taking my money, you know. They get that feeling
Hmm.
sometimes that, oh god, like I just keep paying for her to get all of this stuff, and they probably don't have that themselves,
Yeah.
and we bragging about what we got. So that's very interesting. I love the fact that you brought that up. Now you did say you had a number two. You want to share that number two? Come on,
uh,
share that number two.
I would just say patience. Patience. Just have patience because patience is important. Like I don't know. Like I don't know where I get it from, but I guess because I'm so used to doing volume, so used to getting them in and out, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
I, I just don't want to waste time with people. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you haven't seen me in 3 or 4 weeks and you finally sit in my chair and you still don't know what you want done to your hair, I just lose it. And I'm trying to work on my humility and my patience because that's one of the things the Lord said you need to have as fruits of the spirit is patience, humility, long suffering. And I'm really trying with my clients because my clients who have been with me for 30 years, they already know you better have that stuff ready when you sit in LaRonne's chair because she don't play that. So just working on your patience and just being patient with people. Like I just have no tolerance for a lot of stuff because I don't do that to people. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
beg, I don't grovel, I'm not late. Like if somebody say their style costs $60, I'm not gonna say for real. Dang, I got 50? No, like I don't have a lot of patience. Like I don't have patience for crap. That's all. So I'm really trying. No, seriously,
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
understand.
to work on that.
I understand. You definitely have to have a lot of patience. For one, if you have someone in your chair that's trying to negotiate their services for your value, that takes a lot of no's and a lot of patience to be like, you know what, you can leave.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot of patience to just say words you just don't want to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I definitely understand that requires a heck of a lot of patience to deal with, different attitudes, different personalities throughout the day, because as you go about your day, you run into many personalities, like
Right.
all the time. And sometimes I always say, and here's a tip that I always share, that everyone is not your client.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if your personalities clash. So I don't care how great of a stylist you are, if the person in your chair and you don't have that connection or that personality that you can get along with, it's okay if they don't return. Mm-hmm. And it's okay if you don't book them, because that's where your patience will run out at. Mm-hmm. You dread seeing them sometimes. You like, oh my God, she done made another appointment. Why?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's great that you shared that. So customer service and customer experience and patience. I think patience was bigger than customer service though, because once your patience is there, so think about, just my thought. Now you can share your opinions also. Once you develop that patience that you have to deal with certain guests and deal with different personalities, you are better at providing a great customer experience. What do you think?
You're right. You are right.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of patience to deal with some people sometimes. So it's great that you shared that. Now, we know that you are a trichologist, right? How long have you been a trichologist?
I have been a certified trichologist for a year and a few months. I got my certificates on the wall over there. It's been a little over a year, but the journey has been much longer than that. It's been since 2012 that I started with the IAT, and I've attended all their events, stayed on top, stayed in the loop, but I was scared to take the certification. Like, I'm an information magnet. I could walk from here to the moon and recite everything in Wikipedia, but I was scared to take the certification. I went to college and graduated with a degree in finance in 2003, and everything I set my mind to, I became an insurance producer. I had a Series 6 and 63 investment license. Any task that I set my mind to, and as far as graduating college, having a child, like, I pursued it, overcame it, and ran with it, and that's a lot for me. But when it came to that certification, I just neglected taking the exam because I just felt like I was going to fail. Like, I just felt like that was going to be such a big step for me, and I just neglected. I could have taken the exam in 2014. I just kept saying, oh no, I'm not ready. So that was the one thing. I just kept delaying it. And thank goodness for mentors and having people who you aspire to be like or pattern yourself after. Thank goodness for people like them who are humble enough to tell you, girl, what you waiting for? Just take the exam. If you fail it, take it again.
Right.
And that would be something I would tell someone else. I tell it to my clients all the time. Oh, you failed the NTE? Oh, when you gonna take it again? You want me to help you? So it just, for me, I didn't take my own medicine.
Right.
That's just how I am. If I know that you're on a path and you want to do something, I'm like, all right, well, what we gotta do? What we doing? We writing it down. Let's take this checklist. I'm always ready to help someone, but I just couldn't take my own medicine. So I have been doing this labor of love with trichology since 2012, starting out with Roddy Barnett, and I just became certified within the last year. So, it feels like it's been so much longer, but I've actually had my paper about a year ago.
Well, that's great. That's great. So you finally got out there. But so I would say, so the biggest thing that was kind of holding you back was just a little bit of fear. Just a little bit. just a little bit of fear.
A lot, yes. Yes.
A lot of fear, huh? Just holding you back. So you had all the knowledge. It was just so that was exactly what I was gonna say. Like, why not just go take the test? Like, you went through college and have a whole degree. and not and this one little test. First of all, you have a cosmetology license. To me, that test was so nerve wracking. I can't imagine what the test looks like right now. I
Mm-hmm.
can't even fathom if I ever have to take that again.
Mm-hmm.
I would find like every excuse, every reason on why I can't or don't need to or shouldn't have to take
Mm-hmm.
that test again. Like that
Right,
was the
right.
most scariest thing right there. So if you overcame getting your cosmetology license, maybe the trichology license was like, okay, this is life or death right here. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
had
mean, it was
to, you know,
challenging.
very, very.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it's great that you finally come over that. So now since we've made that jump, we've actually got our certification, that's out of the way. What are three quick tips can you share with someone who is trying to get to their next level as well? Like you was always telling someone else to do something, you took a piece of your own medicine. What is something else that you would share with someone else that's out there trying to get to become a trichologist, also trying to get to whatever their next level is? What advice can you offer them?
I would say coming up, there were a whole bunch of great stylists across the US and international Canada. There were a bunch of stylists everywhere that I could aspire to be and follow, like Nikki Wright, Chuck Capel, Cool C, and I'm going way, way back. And then we have so many more now, but
Mm-hmm.
it's different to aspire to them and then have them in your corner. My first thing would be to say is have a mentor, have someone who will keep it 100% real with you, keep it 100, and tell you what you need to hear. If you're that kind of person that doesn't like criticism, then you don't need no mentor, because you need your mentor to criticize you or tell you, no, that's not a good idea. I've done that,
Mm-hmm.
or try it like this, or wait, do this first, then do that. Like, I would just say, have a mentor. I feel very fortunate that I have opened myself up and have just grabbed onto certain people and made them my mentors. Like, I consider someone like Danielle McBride a mentor because she has had her IET certification. She has done everything that I wanted to do. So she's like a mentor. I also have my beauty products distributor who is the sole reason for me entering the trichology profession, Iris Knight from Knight's Beauty in Pennsylvania. So it's like when you have people that tell you what you need to hear, you can't even be mad because they have their best, they have your best interest at heart. I would say the second would be, I was always one that had problems with attention. So when I was younger, I got on my mom's last nerve because I could never sit down. Whenever she looked for me, I was down the street, I was around the corner, I was at somebody's house, I was at the store. She's like, what? So I was just always a busybody, and I'm still a busybody now. And I was in the profession, I was out of the profession, in the profession, out of the profession a million times because I felt like sometimes I just wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say to that, if you ever feel like you're ready to leave the industry, leave the profession, take another class. Take a class that has nothing to do with what you got going on now. If you're a shortcut artist and you don't do color, take a color class. If you are the best hair colorist, take an eyelash extension class. Take microscopic pigmentation, or either take something that's going to keep you connected. And I think that is
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that's kept my foot in the industry is there's always education. There's always another show. There's always another
Mm-hmm.
event. So I would
Mm-hmm.
just say, take a class, take something else to keep you grounded. I put myself through college being a hairstylist. I mean, I was attending shows and events that helped me pay my way through school. But then at the same time, when I kind of got bored with the industry, then I would segue back into my finance background. Then when I said, you know what, I can't leave all the years of my industry experience, I go back to being a hairstylist. And then eventually I let all those licenses go because I just kept saying, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to grind it out and establish my footing here. And that's what I did. So I stayed with being a hairstylist. And then because I have a finance background, I know the marketing side, I know the taxes. I know how to, send out emails, do the spreadsheets. I understand all of that. I would just say, please, stylists, just because you're the baddest on the block, you
Mm-hmm.
have to have business skills, business acumen. You have to take a accounting class, even if it's one at your local college. Get some financial background. I have a platform. I know you said you'll ask me that question later, but I have a platform that will even help stylists get themselves started. If you don't have your STEP IRAs or your IRAs built, if you don't have your insurances in place, if you don't have your key man insurance, and you don't have all your footings, you're not paying your taxes, I'll help you get all that together, because that's what I have done and that's what I went to college for. I would just say, learn how to run your business and learn how to save money. This business has done so much for me, and I'm very thankful because I learned how to budget. Every dollar that came through my hand, I did not spend 99 cents and save a penny. I saved 99 cents and spent the penny. So, like, I was able to make it all work for me. So if I had a bad 3 months, 6 months, or if even I had a year, if I wanted to take a year off, I could, because I had put money everywhere, saved
Mm-hmm.
everything. And it's to the point, like, clients don't understand when I say, oh, I'm not going to pay myself this month because I need to put more money into this business, and I'm taking this trip, I'm taking this class. And they'll be like, what the what? Because it's different for me. I've learned to budget, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. So I would just say,
Exactly. Living
learn,
client to client.
yes, to be financially inclined and learn how to save your money.
That's great.
Hairstylists are terrible with saving money and balancing those books, but
Yes, they
we have
are.
to do it. We have
They
to.
are. They are.
So
Those
that
are
was my
great.
top three.
Mm-hmm. Those are great top three questions. I hope you guys caught it. Let's do a quick recap. Number one was have a mentor. Y'all got your pens. We got our paper. Come on, let's write this down. Number one was have a mentor. Number two was take a class to stay grounded. I love that. I love the fact that you mentioned that when you got bored with a certain at a certain time in the industry, based on what you was doing, you took a class in a different area to refocus and bring your energy back to doing what you love. I absolutely love that. And number three was learn how to run your business. More importantly, run the business so that you can save money. I love that. I actually love the fact that you touch on that. Now we have a question. Someone asks, as a new salon owner, right? As a new salon owner, how do you transition from bad clients to good clients when you depend on that money that those bad clients are bringing in? See, you got to reposition ourselves for that one.
Those PIAs, whoo,
Yes.
man, we don't have them. Those PIAs, because there's so many you want to get rid of, but you can't get
Mm-hmm.
rid of them because you depend on them. Oh, I would just say, if you do have any other stylists in the salon, just see if you might be able to just share them with the other stylists, or if you have an assistant or a junior assistant, see if you can groom your junior assistant to maybe take them over. Or eventually, if they are not working for you, you've got to find a way to just be able to deal with them until you might be able to put them off to the side. And I do understand that bread and butter, you depend on it, because I have quite a few clients that are still like that to this day, and they still keep coming. I'm just like, I can't believe they still keep coming. They're a pain in my tail, but yeah, we all have them. Because I remember being on a live with Tamika James, and she said, just because you have them clients that get on your nerves, that don't mean to get rid of them. Those are the ones that are going to humble you and keep your game together, because you're going to learn to deal with PIA
Yeah.
client. Okay,
Yeah.
so
We caught that.
yes, it's not even all about giving them up, but sometimes you may just have to deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have another employee in the salon, see if you might be able to give it to them, or
Mm-hmm.
either try to transfer that to your junior stylist or your assistant that you're grooming.
In the
Those
industry.
are my suggestions, because sometimes we can't always get rid of them, but those are some helpful hints, I hope.
Yes, that was excellent. I love the fact that you mentioned that if you have a junior stylist that needs grooming, maybe those two get along better than having her in your chair. So she
Mm-hmm.
can actually become a client of another stylist. Your business is not losing out on that income, but she's just not physically sitting in your chair anymore. I love the fact that you mentioned that. So that was actually a great question. So if you have a bad client that you're depending on for that income, you can actually transition her to a junior stylist or another stylist in your salon while you focus on building the clientele that you want. So if she's
Mm-hmm.
no longer in your chair, she's another stylist, that frees up space for you to get that right client that you want in your chair and yet still keep that income in your salon business.
Mm-hmm.
We have another question here. You guys are typing in some great questions, by the way. Don't forget to tap that screen and give us some hearts, and by all means ask your questions. This is what we are here for. LaRonne is here with 31 years experience, guys. Come on now. And I didn't mention that I have 18 years experience. Now, whoever out there, they can do the math and add those two together and see combined how many years of experience is sitting in front of you. So if you have any other questions, please comment your questions. Don't forget to tap that screen and give us some hearts, because we want to share with you. And I feel like when you get to a certain point in this industry, it's all about giving back. Like, the knowledge is there. It's just about you seeking the right individuals that have that knowledge and learning from them. Like you've mentioned plenty of people here with us tonight that you've actually watched and that had as mentors, or you taught them, look, you are my mentor, or you secretly watched them as mentors. So you guys watch out, ask your questions, tap that screen, and don't forget to give us some hearts. We're going to go through your questions. As long as we keep them rolling, we're going to be here answering them. Now we have another one. Coco says she'd like to know how to keep her ladies booked at the salon. She is the owner and she's booked, but it seems hard to keeping the ladies on commission consistently booked.
Mm-hmm.
What do you recommend?
I always recommend with giving promotions and freebies and things to keep them interested. Make the clients feel special. If they give you hints, ride on those hints. If you can give them promotions, value client cards, or giving them 20% off when they refer two people, three people, five people, give them things in exchange for their loyalty. Give them their own special cape. They get the gold cape and the gold bonnet when they go under the dryer. Make them feel special. Just I would
Mm-hmm.
find ways to really just make them feel special, to single them out, because everyone likes to feel like a queen and feel like they did something or they're above the rest. I would also say, if you have new movers in the area, send
Mm-hmm.
out flyers and information and email to new movers, and have the new movers come straight to those key styles that you want to keep booked. Like, I would just say to that, like, run consistent promotions just to keep them booked all the time. I mean, there are so many different things that you can do, but I would just say, just make those clients that do come feel special and enhance their loyalty by just giving them things that they feel are just special just for them.
That's awesome. So a referral program.
Hmm.
Actually, found some. I like the fact that you mentioned have the ones who refer the most. They get the gold capes.
Hmm.
I felt fancy when you said that. Like the ones who would come, they get the gold cakes and the gold bonnet. I'm like, ooh, I feel fancy. I got on a gold cape today. Like, what happened? And as another client with the black cape, I'm like, why she got on a gold cape? I want the gold one too. So I
Hmm.
love the fact that you mentioned that. So that's a way to get your loyal clients, that are consistently referring people to you, to actually feel special while you're there. Because just you mentioning that, I was like, I want a gold cape. I'm not even in a chair. Like, that just separates them, and it makes them stand apart, lets them know that you appreciate that. So a loyalty program, just a quick recap. I hope you guys are writing this down. This is knowledge that's being dropped. Write these things down. A loyalty program, value client cards. So if you have value client cards, you also mentioned handing out flyers to new movers in the area to get new people to come into the salon to keep the stylists busy. Coco, that was actually a great question. LaRonne, thank you for the great answers that you provided. Now, she said a little bit more. Now, if y'all missed it, you're going to have to go back once we off air, go back on the replay, you know, and catch up, and make sure you get your pens out and take your notes so that you can get every piece of information that was shared here, so that you can be able to get these stylists, these commission stylists busy. Because as a commission salon now, you make your money when a stylist work. You don't make your money while that stylist is sitting in the chair. So she got to get up and do something. So I definitely understand where you're going from. Now, we have another question. Alicia asks, how do you find quality clients versus the ones that you want, that want to nickel and dime you? Ooh, girl. Ooh. Let me say that again, because that was a good one, right? That was just me reading it, right? Okay, let's say it this way. She wants to know, how does she find quality clients and not the ones that like to nickel and dime you?
You know what? It's funny, and clients that like to nickel and dime you cover all racial and cultural barriers. Because I have, people that don't look like us that try to nickel and dime me. Then I have people that look like us that nickel and dime me. Then I have some that don't look like me and are willing to just lay their credit cards out as soon as they walk through the door. So we all have them. I have them. You have them. We don't want them. But I mean,
they're there.
Yeah, they're there. Everyone is looking for. I don't mean it the way it sounds. Everyone's looking for cheap. And
I mean, it's the truth. Don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
With as hard as it is for our business as it is, you have to be that stylist that's going to put her foot down and say, no, I'm afraid not. This is what you need. I cannot provide it to you at this price. I mean, I have to go through the same thing. I have cheap clients whose hair is a wreck, but they are not willing to see the value in what it is that I do. And they don't get what everyone else gets. They don't want to keep their color up, once a month, once every 2 or 3 weeks. They don't want to get their relaxers on time. They don't want to get their neck tapered on time. And then, they're whooping. Like, if you feel as if you don't see the value in what it is that we do,
then you don't get the gold cape.
Yeah. You basically have to work with someone else. But that's not what I provide as a stylist. I'm trying to provide you value. And, sometimes we have to give and take. Sometimes we do have to give away some things for free just to keep them. But we can't hold on to those types of clients. If you want to have that kind of client who wants to pay, you have to look the part. You have to have that hair laid.
Yes.
You have to have a Tiffany necklace on. You have to come in with some heels every so often. Whenever they see you out, you have to
fix yourself up. Yes.
Because they want to be you. They want to be like you. You're going to have to frequent areas where people who spend money, the kind of people you want, you're going to have to find those people. You're going to have to solicit those people, and those types of people will bring more people that look like them. Then you can slowly maybe weed those people out who are just consistently trying to exhaust your value.
Yes. I love the fact. Yes. Somebody said, yes, stand firm. Yes. I love that. Yes. Because you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how long. And I think I was talking about this to someone else earlier. At the end of the day, when you have someone who are nickel and diming you, right? You still are providing the same value in that service, regardless on who you are doing it on. So, for example, if you're doing somebody who's getting a shampoo and style, she needs a deep conditioner, she needs all of this stuff done. At the end of the day, you are still spending, let's say, 45 minutes on that shampoo and style, 20 minutes on that deep conditioner. It's going to take you 5 minutes to shampoo her hair. You're still spending the same amount of time, using the same amount of products, doing the same service. So for those ones that are nickel and diming you, like you said, stand firm. Stand firm. Look, the price, it is what it is. It's no negotiating. You are no longer a new client. You don't fall into the new client, discount. You don't fall into the special category that I may have going on over here. You don't fall into any of this. So if I tell you that the service that you're receiving today is $100, it's $100. And by all means, I love the fact that you brought up that you have to look the part. If you're asking someone to pay you $400 or $500 for a service, you should look the part of $400 or $500. The service that they're paying $500 for, the atmosphere that they're in, should be worth that $500. You should look like that $500. They should receive $500 in quality products, in education, all of that, while they are in your chair. So the ones who are nickeling and diming you are not your customer. The minute you stand firm and say, look, I understand, because that's the first thing that I always say. I always tell them I understand what you're asking for. However, you got to hit them with the however. However, based on the services that you want, the length of time it's going to take, the quality of products that I'm going to provide for you today, this is how much it is. And you be quiet. I like the fact when you be quiet. That calming right there shows that you are not going to budge when you are giving out a price. That speaks more than you giving a price.
Yes.
More. That quietness right there. They either gonna take it or leave it.
Yes, I have learned that too. Yes.
So that was an excellent question. Yes, you are a walking business card. Yes, you are. You are your brand. If you want people to come to you, then you have to look the part. If you don't want to stop the nickel and dime, then you shouldn't look like nickel and dime. You should look like bags and stacks and racks, or whatever that terminology is now. That's what you need to look like if that's what you're asking for. I don't want to look like no bag of coins.
Right.
I want to look like a couple 5 figures or something, because that's what I'm asking for. So that was a great question. So we have someone that mentioned exactly, I'm running a special now, and it's like they're looking for a special on top of the special. Girl, they're looking for a special on top of the special. I have a $25 shampoo and style for my new clients. Okay, they new clients now. New clients who wouldn't jump on that. That's wonderful. But listen here, let me drop a little knowledge on you right now. LaRonne, I'm going to let you feed in on this, right? But let me touch on this. So you have a special running right now for a $25 special for new clients only. Now, I'm going to give you advice. If this is a new client special, they should only be able to come as a new client 1 day out of the week. And that should be on your slow day. Whatever day that you are slow, that's the whole day that you do $25 shampoo and styles all day long. You don't do a relaxer. You don't do a slowing. You don't do a sewing. You don't do extensions. You don't do no hair analysis. You do nothing but shampoo and style all day long. And guess what? When they leave there on that slow day from getting that $25 service, you now rebook them on the rest of the week. They can't take advantage of this $25 special no more, and they are no longer a new client. You have them written in their system, so if they try and slide back in on another name, you know their hair. Now, we may be bad with names as hairstylists, but I never forget a head. I never forget a head. So I might not remember your name. I'll remember your face, and I'll remember your head. You cannot slide back in on this special no more. You have to go. I don't care if you wait 2 years to slide back in. You still not new, because you in my system. You
right? Yeah.
Come on now. You in my system. You are never new. No more. So that's great that you're running in that. And yes, who wouldn't jump on that? But it's no nickel and dime in that. It's already nickel and dime. It's $25, and I'll hold my face straight. $25. And pause. What do you have? Anything you want to touch on that?
It's funny because hairstyling prices are regional, and I would love to know where she is earning $25 for a maybe 1 to 2 hour service.
Okay, so she mentioned that it's only for short, relaxed hair.
Okay.
Okay, so shortcuts. Okay.
Still, now
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I will ask this question. If it's $25, by the time you shampoo it, hi, how you doing? Wrap it, get under the dryer. That's 15 minutes. She under the dryer 30, 45 minutes. That's an hour and 15 minutes right there. Then you got to style it. That's 2 hours. That's $12.50 an hour. If you paying salon rent, suite rent, paying taxes, then you're reducing that down to $8.50 an hour. There's no way in the world you need to be charging $20 for no new clients ever, 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 ever. That's just my opinion. My opinion is not fact, but I would just say I wouldn't be running that for too long. I would just say you want a new client special, raise that to 30, 35, 40. The 25 that you're perpetually earning less than someone who works at McDonald's. The minimum wage is even has gone up, to $12. Like, come on now. We don't earn minimum wage. We don't do that. Mm-mm. Or
I hope you caught that. I love that. I'm gonna pause you
yeah.
for a second because you didn't went in on the finances. I, I hope y'all caught that. She didn't went on the finances. So let me just recap on these numbers real fast in case in case numbers aren't your thing. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit because I caught those numbers. I'm a numbers girl too, and I ain't want to go with the numbers because I know you was gonna go there. So I set that one aside, right? Okay, so here it goes. She said that if you working in the business, right, for $25 an hour, 2 hours, you working $25 doing this service that takes you 2 hours. That breaks down to working $12.50 per hour. Hold tight. Now, if you have to pay someone, if you're a booth rental, or even if you're a commission, because you still have to give a part of that service somewhere else, whether it's booth rental or the salon's taking their commission, now you're working for $8.50 per hour. Let that sink in. Where the minimum wage in most states are now, I'm gonna redo your minimum wage, it's up to $10 an hour. We're gonna keep it whole. If the minimum wage in most states are $10 an hour and you're doing a $25 shampoo and style that's going to take you 2 hours to do, you are now getting paid less than minimum wage. Am I right? There you go. So, recommendation. Girl, you better up them prices.
Yes. Or could I add something to that?
Okay.
I would say if you absolutely have to, like I said, that's just my opinion. You definitely have to be adding in. Can I give you a rinse on top of that? Can I give you a semi-permanent rinse? Can I give you a set of lashes? Can I give you a wax? We gotta get that up to $40, $50. Like,
add-on services, yes, add-on services. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Okay. Y'all see these nuggets that's dropping here? I hope y'all are tapping this screen and giving us some hearts because it's some education that's dropping here. Come on, hit, tap, 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 thumbs up, some hearts. Because if you are watching this on a replay, you're going to have to rewind that so that you can catch those numbers. And if you miss it the first time, you're going to have to wait till we get off. You're going to have to rewind that so that you can catch those numbers. I'm telling you. See, I wasn't going to go there with the numbers because we got finance up here, right? I let her hit these numbers for you because I clearly saw that $25. Now, I ain't break it down to the minimum wage, but I did break it down to $12.50 per hour. I like bigger numbers. If I get paid $25 an hour, I'm sort of cool with that. I'm okay with that. Anything less than that, that's questionable. Like you said, I'm gonna have to add on some stuff. I'm gonna have to add on some deep treatments. I'm gonna have to add on some color services, maybe some accent highlights, maybe a haircut, a bang trim. I'm gonna have to add something on. And then on top of that, I'm gonna have to sell you some retail. So I feel like I came out on top. So I hope y'all caught that. So are there any marketing tips that you can share when it comes to marketing yourself as a stylist?
I would just say from the beginning when I finally stopped assisting, because I assisted a long time before I was comfortable enough to work on my own. I marketed myself to the hilt. But see, like I said, I'm 50, so what the disadvantage and the advantage that I had my 2 feet. These days, people half my age, they don't have to walk, they don't have to beat the pavement with flyers. They don't have to
Yes.
call people. They don't have to walk up and down the street and put flyers in businesses and go to neighborhoods and put door knockers on. I had
Mm-hmm.
to do it the old way, but I
Which
say that
still
to
works.
say,
Which
I'm
still
sorry,
works, by the way. Which still works, by the way.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say marketing is key. Marketing, 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 marketing. And if I could just give you a term from just some of my marketing class from college. Brand loyalty is everything. If you have a mother, a sister, a daughter, a whole family coming to you, that's brand loyalty. You take care of those people because those are the ones who are going to keep bringing you more people.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just say market yourself to death. There's Google, put yourself out on Google. There's Facebook, Instagram, there's Periscope. You have to put yourself everywhere. Put yourself on YouTube. Anytime you put your name and your business in the internet in a search, someone looks for you, anything associated with you, good and bad, is going to come up. And I learned that from just taking different courses, and I've been told you gotta put content out. You have to put content out. You have to put something educational and relevant, but you've gotta put yourself out on the internet. I meet so many stylists. I'm not on Facebook. I don't do that. I don't do Instagram. I don't do this. What do you mean? But then you, at the same time, you're saying you broke. You don't have no money. You can't take a class. You can't take a vacation. You have got to put your stuff on the internet, good, bad, indifferent. What that client like, somebody else like. I might not like it, you may not like it, but somebody likes what you just did. You've got to put the content out there. I mean, I connect with so many different stylists who don't like social media. What do you mean you don't like social media? We're hairstylists, we're social people. You have to advertise, you have to market yourself. If you're in a place where you can't because you work for someone, see if that owner can market you, and that'll help get more people. But you have to market. I was never afraid to market and talk to anyone. I mean, if I saw something I wanted, I went out and got it. People these days, all they want to do is sit on the phone. You still have to put effort into it. You do. You still have to put effort into it. You still have to create it,
Mm-hmm.
make it look good, make your background look good, make sure you look nice before you post it, make sure your area looks nice. But you've got to post, and you have to market yourself. You've got to let people know what you do. Put it out there.
I love that. I love that. And the fact that when your clients are in your chair, they ain't got nothing else to do but be on the phone anyway. They on the phone anyway. Why they on the phone so much in the chair that they can't even keep their head still.
Mm-hmm.
You mushing them in the head. Can you turn your head a little sideways, please? Can you hold your head up? Because they so busy in the phone, head down in their lap, and you're trying to do your. Can you hold your head up a little bit? They're in their phone. So one piece of advice I'm gonna add on to that, since you're saying being social, and since your guests are in your chair, are on the phone, tell them to check into your salon.
I knew you were going to say that. I
Yep.
knew it.
Tell them to check on it. Tell them to take a selfie. You know what? I did somebody about a week or two ago, and I swear it was driving me so crazy that while she was sitting in the chair, she was posting in her stories, and she could not. She. I'm doing her hair right. This is her. I'm doing her hair, and she like this. She had to get her position together so she can get her perfect story for her Instagram. And I happened to glance at it after she hit the send button, and it was in Instagram. I said, "What's your Instagram name?" She gave me her name. I went and snatched every photo that she posted of me working on her hair. She took all the pictures for me. Now keep your head still so I can get you out this chair. You didn't fill your stories up with you being here, getting your hair done. Make sure you tag me. So if you have guests in your chair and they won't be still because they on your phone, tell them take a selfie of them getting their hair done. Make sure that they tag you when they post it in their stories or post it in their Instagram or wherever it is. That's gonna help you with your social media, especially you know you're not a poster. While I'm working, I forget to take before and after photos all the time. Ask me about how many after pictures I got. I got a ton of befores though. And I will post the before. And in the next screen, I would say I forgot to take her after, but she was fabulous though.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
started using the before photos
Right.
just because I had so many of them. I'm gonna put these jokers to use. So if you know you're not a social media person and the person in your chair is, tell them to check in to your business on Facebook. Tell them to take photos and post it in their stories and tag you in it. And you can go back later and save it from their stories or reshare it or something like that. We have to
Mm-hmm.
be, like you said, we have to have some type of social interaction outside of the guest in our chair. The same way that you mentioned about door hangers and things like that. I still believe in that. Because that's how you're going to find the ones that you want in a chair and not the ones that's going to continue to nickel and dime you. By you physically going out and finding the people that you want to sit in your chair. And another piece of advice is if I'm out and I know I want to hand out cards, I make sure that I look the part. And I only hand cards to, as stylists, we'll sum somebody up quickly. 5-second look. We know all the wrongs in their hair. We know whether their eyebrows are lopsided, crooked, the lashes. And we didn't analyze their whole physique in about 5 seconds. And in them 5 seconds, you will be able to know whether that guest belongs in your chair or not. And if that's somebody that you want in your chair that you know you can service, then you hand them a card. There's been plenty of times where I walk past people and I won't get no cards out. I could be in a whole store and won't hand out not one card because I won't see nobody that I want in my chair because based on whatever their hair look like, I'm like, that's not my client. I can't give her a card. I just got to find who I want to sit in my chair, who's going to actually pay me, who's looking the part right now.
Right.
So that was great marketing advice. You guys have some great questions. Don't forget to hit that screen and give us some hearts. Go ahead on and share this out because we all got fellow stylists that we be stalking on our page and they need a little help also. So make sure that y'all hit that share button and share this information out so that we can help other fellow hairstylists along their journey in this industry. If you guys have any more questions, please go ahead on and hit those questions down below. We welcome all of your questions. We're just going to hang around till we got all the questions answered. But LaRonne, if you have anything going on, tell us a little bit apart. Do you have any workshops or programs or classes? Tell us how we can be a part of getting involved with the education you have.
Well, I teach a 3-day workshop here at the salon. Well, the Trichology Clinic. I have a salon on one side and a Trichology Clinic on the other side. Every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of every month, the last Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of every month, if someone schedules it, but I leave my schedule open to provide it. I provide introductory hair loss classes because I meet so many stylists who have no clue of how to even get into hair loss, how to provide the services, or how to discuss that with the customer and the client. I started out on my journey years ago. Like I said, I was introduced to the trichology industry through my products distributor. So when I sat down and went to his training, it was like an eye opener for me because I kept saying, oh, wow, I had never even heard of the term trichology. So when I took his training, he brought it down to nuts and bolts. So I said to myself, when I can put myself in a position, I'm going to offer a training just like that. So I do the same thing. It's not the hair loss practitioner course. No, that's not it, because that's even a little bit over and above what people need. They need, what is inflammation? So you're telling me hair loss can start with a thyroid. It can start with a diet. It can start, so many different ways. I tackle the nuts and bolts of how to get into that industry now, how to help the client now before you even consider a hair loss practitioner course, because not everyone is not built for the hair loss practitioner course, and everybody's not built to be a trichologist. Is just not an easy subject to broach. So I don't want to say dummy it down, but I provide a space for hairstylists, barbers, professionals, because I have, people who own hair loss, hair stores, beauty stores. I have estheticians who are calling saying, "Can I take your class?" I'm like, "Of course you can, because you're still familiar with skin, but they're exposed to people with hair loss." So a lot of stylists just, when I do product knowledge classes for Nice Beauty Supply, I meet so many stylists who really just have no clue. So it's a kind of like a dummy down version of just an introduction to hair loss.
Mm-hmm.
In that space, we cover how hair loss can begin. Now we can transition you into, should you have a scope in your office, what you'll see when you see that scope, how to tell the client, okay, you need to get a scalp exfoliation, scalp treatment, you're thinning, you're miniaturizing. I show them all that without them, being in that space for the practitioner course. I
Mm-hmm.
also go over with different styles, if they're not already, hair replacement. I have a whole assortment of wigs, lace units, toupees, hair replacement items, to help them. Okay, now you're in the hair loss space. These are one of the things, when you encounter this client, this is what you can give them instead of a sew and weave, or tell them they're going to have to wear a wig for the rest of their life. Now they can have something natural. I can show them any type of Swiss lace, French lace, monofilament lace, any type of lace, any type of polyurethane construction, anything. I can show you that here in that 3 day time span. And then last but not least, the third day is, now that you have this information, now you need the product knowledge. Now you need to know how to
Mm-hmm.
retail the right products. What products should I have? And how am I going to market myself with this new knowledge that I have in this new space? Because a lot of us, I meet so many people who become a trichologist, become a hair loss practitioner, and they do nothing with it because they don't know how to put it together.
Mm-hmm. How
We
to put it
discuss,
to use.
yes, we discuss before you leave. I give them homework. I always say, when you come here, I need you to tell me your top 5 clients who are losing their hair. Tell me the
Mm-hmm.
top 5 clients who like to spend money. The top
Mm-hmm.
5 clients. I ask them a lot of stuff when they get there, to get them thinking, to let them know, look, this is not an easy weekend. You're going to have some stuff you're going to have to do. Like, I asked them, what foods would you recommend for hair loss? What do you think hair loss is? Because I want to see where they are. And then by the time they leave, I ask them those same questions again. And they're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I got this client. I can design a style like this, and I can do this. I can give them an integrated unit. So I ask them those same questions before they come, ask them when they leave. Then they're like, I get it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was no one to help me
Get it.
until just recently. Like, I needed someone to help me, like, when I first started out, because I was just like, okay, I got this knowledge. What am I supposed to do
Yeah. What?
now? I don't have any, no
What's my
forms,
next step?
no, yeah, no skills, no next steps. I'm just like, ooh. And when I first came into the trichology scene, their industry was real tight. Nobody was willing to give you any protocols. No one was willing to help you, because what I do is what I do for my clients, and my success is my success. People weren't as inclined to help other
Mm-hmm.
stylists coming up before I got my certification. Like, if you didn't have your certification, people was like, this as a
Yeah.
trichologist, certified trichologist. It was like, we're not talking to you, because it's a very protected industry, yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
lately, you see more groups coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and they're embracing people, because they know this hair loss industry, 1 out of 2 people is walking around with a wig, they're suffering male pattern baldness, or they have some type of issue where they're losing or thinning hair, losing or
Yes.
experiencing thinning hair. So the
Yes.
industry is shifting and changing, and you know it's turning the tide, and now it's becoming a little bit easier, and people are able to get in
Mm-hmm.
with the hair loss practitioner, and with other types of programs that are out there. But when I first started out, 2011, 2012, trying to get a trichologist to talk to you, that wasn't going to happen. Mm-mm.
So, do you offer this class? Do you offer it as a live stream paid course as well, or is it only hands
No,
on?
it's hands on, because it to me, I don't know. I need to see you. I need to be elbow to elbow, kneecap to kneecap with you at a table, at a desk, and ask you the real questions. Ask you something. I just look, and I just look at you and ask. I need to see your face. I need to see that you're getting it. I can't do that through a Zoom. I can probably revamp the information and education.
Mm-hmm.
For right now, it's here in the clinic because you gotta be able to roll that toupee on in
Mm-hmm.
person. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to see that you don't have no wrinkles, that it's
Mm-hmm.
laid, that you have no pockets. Like I need to see it in person. So what I offer right now, I either come to you because I have traveled to salons for the training, but most of the time they come here.
Okay, okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. Someone asked that, and I just wanted to make sure that we touch on that. So you said your classes are a 3-day workshop, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and we base. You're touching on the basics of hair loss. You're
Mm-hmm.
starting at the bottom, so you don't have to have trichology experience. You don't have. You just need to know somebody who's bald, going bald, or losing their hair in order
Mm-hmm.
to jump in and take a class to be able to save them, to save
Mm-hmm.
the clients to build their self-esteem, because
Yeah.
I can't imagine walking around for the rest of my life with a wig because some hair are losing or falling out. Honestly, I think me being me, I would probably just shave it off and call it a day. But
Mm-hmm.
I know there are other women out there that love their hair and like their hair and want other options. So that's great that you offer that for stylists to be able to even offer that as an add-on service in the salon or additional stream of income, because when you jump into the hair loss area, you can actually build a clientele specifically for hair loss. Like there, it's so huge right now that you can have a clientele that everyone is facing that issue and that you are able to help them with the issue. So I love that you mentioned that. So how can we reach you for these classes, and how can we stay in touch with you also?
I have a Facebook page just recently opened. It is SBL Hair EDU, or you can find us on our website, hairlosscenternjtraining.com, or you can always email us, info@hairlosscenternj.com, or you can always call us, 609-553-7079, or on my cell, 666-4674, same area code 609.
That's excellent. Now, if you didn't catch any of that information, just swipe it back once we done and catch it again. If you're on a replay, you hit that screen, you slide that line back, and you can catch it again as well. But however, the information will be in the content of this video so that you guys can reach out and get these classes that you need so that you can create this additional stream of income. And also, if you're watching this on a replay, don't forget that you can comment as well. We will come back and answer your questions. We want to make sure that you are well informed as you move along your journey as a hairstylist. uh, Tonight, I don't even know how to end this. We have been going so well. You guys have been popping you questions in here. We've been answering your questions. LaRonne, you have been giving us such great information tonight. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming in,
Thank you.
for spending the time just chatting with us, because usually that's what hairstylists do. We start talking, and who knows what we gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where we're gonna go when we start sharing information, because this is something that we love doing. I would love to have you back anytime in the future as one of our guests, to share some more about different avenues, different aspects, different things that we can do. Maybe have you back on and later to just talk about finances and taxes, maybe sometime into the new year, because that's coming up here pretty soon. To get on the finances, get your taxes right, get your information correct, lay out a marketing plan maybe for those salon owners that's out there watching, or even those stylists that want to do it. So I would love to have you back and just talk about finances, just beauty industry finances. That's a huge space right
Right.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Any last words you would like to share?
Uh, I would just say some last words that I would like to share is I'm trying to spend the next half of my journey in this life as long as the Lord gives me, just connecting with more stylists and just being of service. If I could work with any stylist out there, I mean, I'm willing to work with stylists in any capacity. If someone needs any support, in New Jersey, I'm there. If they need help, if somebody needs help stacking chairs for their event, I mean, I'll stack the chairs. Like, I'm just willing to spend this part of my journey just connecting and helping and just working and doing pop-up events and just meshing together, because I don't think stylists want to work with each other enough. We're not all competitors. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do everybody. When I was 25,
Right.
oh yeah, I wanted to do all the city. I wanted to be the baddest girl on the block. Now I'm not really interested in that. I did all that. Now I did their kids and their grandkids. I don't want that no more. Y'all can have it.
Right.
I'm trying to just be more of service and just working more with stylists, and I just don't see that anymore. Stylists don't want to work together. Everyone's in competition with each other. We can all eat. We just have to figure out a way to do it and just do it together. But I just want to work more with stylists, and I'm so inclined to, if somebody's in New York or Delaware or Pennsylvania, I mean, I'll come to you. I would love to do pop-up event, but I just want to work more with stylists and, just, mentor and just, connect and do whatever. Like, I don't feel as if we do that enough. And, especially as people, we have to work together. We're like one of the only cultures that are like crabs in a bucket. They see someone, doing okay, they won't pull them down. Oh, I remember her
Mm-hmm.
when. It's not about that. It's just about, working together and standing on each other's shoulders and knees so we can all eat and get to the top.
I love that. I love that. Well, I want to thank you once again for coming on tonight. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for giving us the information on how we can actually get some hair loss classes, get that experience that we need to increase our income. Thank you for dropping some financial nuggets, also for giving us some tips that we can use to grow our business. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
And for those who are watching this on a replay, please don't forget to comment as well. We would love to keep this conversation going with you, to share knowledge with you, to help you out in the growth aspect of your industry, from wherever part of the business that you're looking to grow in. Don't forget to go ahead on and check out the Salon Business Blueprint Club also, which is a monthly membership club that has a plethora of courses, of training materials, of documents for you in your salon business. You can head over to buildyoursalonbusiness.com, where I am also your coach right there inside of the club. Build Your Salon Business Talk is every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we have special guests. We bring you information about the beauty, we bring you tips, we bring you trends, we drop nuggets. If you guys have been listening to us, please don't forget to go ahead on and hit that share button to share this out. And please interact with us. Give us some hearts. Let us know how we are doing. If you have any questions, by at any time you remember this video, come on back in. Chat with us. Comment with us. Let us know. You have an old question you couldn't remember when you were watching this. Come on back and ask that question. We will more than happy answer those for you. Build Your Salon Business Talk airs every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.